Hola, everyone, and welcome to our 10th episode. We're really excited. This is our 10th episode of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? This is a series where we go in $100,000 increments all the way up to a million, and then we have two final episodes under 1.5 million and $2 million. All of this to help share with you a very special skill, and that is using the MLS property search feature on your free account at reloadedbaja.com. My name is Sid Chacon. I'm your real estate Sherpa here in the Baja Sur, and join me today as we go from $900,000 to $1 million. So if you'd like to join me while you're at home, please go to reloadedbaja.com. And as a reminder, please feel confident to create an account at reloadedbaja.com if you haven't already done so. The information that is asked of you, such as your name, your email address, and your cell phone number, is exclusively used by myself and my team and I, to communicate directly with you. That's it. Our goal is to provide you service and attention. It's that simple. We recognize that you may just be getting started on your journey to discover whether or not owning in the Baja Sur is right for you or not. And our goal is to help you reach that point, that decision-making process, accomplish that goal. If you discover that it's not right for you, that's okay. You can always give us a referral, especially if you love our service and attention. And ultimately, if you decide that it is right for you, you'll never feel any pressure from us whatsoever. Again, our goal is to help make sure every step you take is a solid one. And in that respect, you decide how fast or how slow you take your steps towards owning in Baja Sur. So with that said, let's get started, guys. If you are following along at home, go to reloadedbaja.com, and what you want to do is you want to go under MLS search, go to the property search, and that will bring you to this page right here where we're at right now. I've already done this ahead of time in hopes that I can save some time as we go through this together. Again, we're looking at the entire MLS search area. We're not going into any specific curated areas. We're looking at $901, because we don't want to repeat what we saw in our last episode exactly for $900,000. And we're going all the way to the $1 million mark. Now, in this example, I did notice that we're getting a total of 66 results, which is not a lot of results per se, because this is across all areas in that $900,000 to $1 million range, that $100,000 range. But 2 bedrooms, 2 baths is what I put on there. Property type, again, houses and condos exclusively. And under the more, we did click on ocean view, okay, to reduce this a little bit. Let me just share with you, if I take that off, it bumps up to 87. So again, if you really want to look at everything, feel confident to do so. It doesn't, just because you put ocean view on there, doesn't per se mean you're not going to have an ocean view. You might actually find some really phenomenal properties. Many agents, fortunately, not all, are very detailed oriented when they list their properties. Sometimes they're in a rush for whatever the reason may be. When you are very detail oriented when you're doing your search parameters, what will happen is that you'll likely miss out on some of these properties because you are ticking too many boxes. You're going too detailed in your search criteria. So I recommend being as broad as possible, and then you'll have to do some hand filtering yourself, which again, this will give you the peace of mind in knowing that you turned over every stone as you search for that property, and hopefully answer the question, can I find something I love within my budget? So again, today, to make it a little simple, I did put in here ocean, and we got a total of 66 results. And again, 66 results, that's quite a bit. So as you can see here on my screen, I did hand select some of these already. It was tough, guys. It was really tough picking out some of these. So I'm sure there's some great properties in there that I just didn't pick, because in the long run, I want to keep this to 1 hour or less, as much as possible. So with your help today and your patience, we'll get that through. All right, let's get started. I'll go over here to this end. Now, the state of Baja California Sur is made up of 5 different municipalities, and this states that it's in Comandú, which is one of those 5 municipalities. There's also a little town or city of Comandú as well. So let's take a quick look at the map specifically so we can see where this is at. We're going to use the hybrid function as we like to do, and I always recommend that we do. This is interesting. Okay, so this is San Juanico. So this is the famous, what do you call it? Scorpion Bay. As you can see already by these swells, constantly great surfing right here is what it is. And it's, it says right here, point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.3, point 0.4. You have all of these points where you can come out here. If you're a surfer, this is probably heaven for you. And you can catch a wave from over here and really kind of just bring it all the way in. That is just ridiculous. If you happen to own a private plane, you can use the Scorpion Bay airstrip. And as you can see from right here, it's a very, very small town. So if you're looking for that rural feel where you own the waves, you're king of the waves, so to speak, king of the swell, this is it. What can I tell you? Let's take a quick look. Now, to give you a better perspective, for those of you that are not familiar with Scorpion Bay, if you happen to not be a surfer, this is still a great rural destination, and you are very close to Mulegé, Santa Rosalia, Loreto, and this is the Central Valley right here, Ciudad Insurgentes and Ciudad Constitucion. And so there is a way to get to Scorpion Bay through the Pacific side, so to speak. Let me see if I can zoom in right here. You can get a sense. This is Highway 53 that will take you virtually all the way to Scorpion Bay. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it's happening. With that said, let's take a quick look at this property right here. Look at the dog. That's a gorgeous dog. My wife and I love animals. If it was up to her, we'd have a whole house filled with them. But, there's got to be a limit, unfortunately. So let's take a look at this one. It's got a really nice feel. Already we could tell that it's very close to the water. It looks like it's mixed commercial, residential, 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,400 plus square feet, $930,000. You're likely buying a nice parcel of land right here. I think that's a live bird. I don't know. It looks almost like an owl from my angle here. Galería Burgoyne y las Malandras. So there must be an art gallery there and a little restaurant is what it looks like. Very close. I think this is up here, what we're looking at. So you're sitting on this little bluff and you can see the fishermen take off in the morning, come back in the early afternoon, right off of Scorpion Bay. That's a nice little sunset evening shot there. You have a rooftop little restaurant. You've got those views. Look at all those fishing boats. Pangas is what they are, fishing pangas. Again, this is very common in areas on the Pacific and the Sea of Cortez, the polished cement. Very rustic, easy to maintain. That's all she wrote for these photographs. I really wish they would have done a better job with those photos because I feel that, there's not a lot of opportunities in the San Juanico Scorpion Bay area. So, you might as well take some awesome photographs and really show it off. Let's see what it says here. Set in one of the world's most legendary surf spots, this home has it all. Breathtaking ocean views, the laid-back vibe of a coastal fishing village, and a deep connection to nature and the sea. Featuring 2 bedrooms with walk-in closet and full bathrooms, 1 extra room, art studio with half bathroom, rooftop bar and terrace, a cozy full kitchen with walk-in pantry, ideal for post-surf meals, dining, and living room, and a beautiful garden for perfect for relaxing. Whether you're looking for a seaside getaway, a vacation rental with a great potential, or a smart investment in paradise, this home is a rare gem in Scorpion Bay. I think in our series so far, as we went from what you can find for under 100,000, now we're at the $9 to $1 million mark. I think we've seen 3 total properties in this entire range from 0 to 1 million in the Scorpion Bay area. So that's pretty cool. I'm really interested in seeing what the size of the lot is right here. Okay, so this is almost 800 square meter lot. You're looking at, about 600 odd square meters, maybe a little bit more than that. Uh, with that property, this was built in 2020. That's not a bad size lot. So I'm really curious to know how much of that has been built on. You likely can build an additional property, little like edify another building on that property there, and really customize it, make the best use of what you're acquiring right there. All right, let's go on to the next one. Terrasol 230. This is a great. This is located right in Cabo San Lucas, guys. It is right across the street from the marina, nestled in what is today known as Playa Grande Beach, located in between the Playa Grande Hotel and the Somar, the Grand Somar, and the Somar Tennis Club. What used to be called the Tennis Club, the beach club, right there, which is currently, I believe, being remodeled and updated to some very high end luxury resort. This community here is a very tight knit community of homeowners. You're going to find that all of the buildings here, there's no more than 2 stories. They're all condominiums. So you're either going to have a ground floor or a top floor condominium. And this happens to be one of those, Terrasol 230. Again, let me show you the map real quick so that you can see exactly what we're looking at. So again, this is Playa Grande Beach. At one end of it, you have Grand Solmar. Yes, this is what connects with Divorce Beach and Lovers Beach. Have you guys heard of Lovers Beach and Divorce Beach? Lovers Beach is really small. Divorce Beach is much bigger. Lovers Beach, there's a little cave right there where two go in and three come out 9 months later. And then on Divorce Beach, don't go into the water. That's where two go in and only one comes out. That's the little thing that we say here as locals, right? And then the famous arch of Cabo San Lucas, the Cape of San Lucas, is right here. So again, Grand Somar is at one end of this huge beach, which is why it's called Playa Grande Beach. And then you have the Waldorf Astoria and residences right at the other end right here. So you're in good company. And as you can see, you can go right across the street and you're right in the marina. So if you wanted to have, spa, high-end restaurants, you literally have them within walking distance at these resorts, as they're not, well, with the exception of the Finisterra, the rest are not mandatory all-inclusive. So you could take advantage of going and enjoying at these restaurants right over here. You do have a restaurant on site, along with 2 pools right here and a great gym right in the main lobby area. So yeah, what can I tell you? There's also a tennis court right here, as you can see. So tennis court, pickleball can be played here as well. And again, very nice, low density community. If there was a downside to this, guys, it's that it's not pet friendly. That's the only downside that I can really think of with this gated community. And look at these views. Very great vacation rental property, which again, pet friendliness probably would not be an issue if you're doing vacation rentals. This is one of the 2 pools that I pointed out earlier. This is where you have your swim up bar, your restaurant. And it looks like this homeowner did do some refurbishing, remodeling to this, because this used to originally have stucco type walls. They plastered them, so they smoothed them out, which is really nice. They changed out the tiles, the ceramic tiles on the floor, put in this nice wall finishes there. Kitchen with island and backsplash. Here's your master bedroom. This balcony does wrap around to the living room area, which is why you see the grill right there. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,500 plus square feet for $950,000. Again, great location. Just phenomenal, truly. A rare find. This is the original beachfront community in Cabo San Lucas. Like on the beach, competing with the Pedregal, I suppose. After this came other communities like Hacienda, residences, on the main beach. All right. Well, that's all she wrote for those photographs. Let's take a look at the next one. As far as the description, located on the vibrant destination of Cabo San Lucas, Terrasol 230 offers a unique opportunity for those seeking to invest in a property that perfectly captures the essence of coastal living. With a prime location overlooking the Pacific Ocean and steps away from the beach, providing a tranquil retreat amidst the bustling energy of downtown. Fully renovated penthouse with water views overlooking the pool and Palapa, this unit is a great two-bedroom, two-bath with vaulted ceilings throughout, creating a luxurious living space that is both comfortable and inviting. With modern amenities, including two heated swimming pools with a swim-up bar, gym, and tennis court. Whether you're looking for a second home, a vacation rental, or an investment property, this unit presents an attractive option for those looking to own a piece of paradise. Don't miss out on the chance to own a condo in this exclusive development that perfectly combines coastal living and convenience in beautiful Cabo San Lucas. It's a good description. What can I tell you? Hard to argue with that. 100%. They didn't give us the info on the HOA on this one, but we can find out. If this is a property that would interest you, please let me know. Shoot me a message. If you're going to email me, I'll respond within 24 hours or less. If you do, call me or text me directly. I do prefer to use WhatsApp. Feel free to do that, and I'll respond very quickly, if not within the hour. All right, let's take a look at this one, this next one. Camino Viejo. So this is one of the other gated communities right on the beach, but this is the main beach known as Medano Beach. And it's a full ownership and fractional ownership, not to be confused with timeshare, where the traditional hotel timeshare memberships that are a like right to use leasehold type of state. You know, you pay you buy into this, timeshare membership and you can go to other hotels. Now I'm sure you can trade with this as well. However, this is deeded fractional ownership in this community. But for $975,000, this is a true full ownership condominium. Unit 2304, condo 2304. So this is likely second building because it's like a horseshoe shaped community. So this is the second building, likely right in the middle, which looks down the other two buildings. Third floor, fourth condo on that floor is likely what this nomenclature is alluding to. Let's take a good look at this. And this is a sunset picture. On site, you're going to find a spa. You're going to find a gymnasium and at least two restaurants, if I'm not mistaken. You can make use of the additional amenities at the two resorts immediately on each side of Villa Stantia, which is the name of this development, Villa Estancia. Obviously, you have concierge on site, et cetera, et cetera. And next door to you, you have Villa del Palmar and Villa del Arco, respectively, on each side. You are minutes away. You can walk along the beach to the beach clubs if you want to have a little more fun. You can walk into town directly from here as well. It is a phenomenal location. 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,300 plus square feet. I must share with you that the HOA here, again, this is an oceanfront gated, beachfront gated community. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the electricity, the water, and the internet is all included in your HOA fee. I'll have to confirm that, but I'm very confident the electricity is, the water is. There's your gym. And this is your interior here. Look at that view right down the middle as I was talking to you, sharing with you. You're in building 2, looking right down the middle. That is Land's End. I mean, you could be preparing something at the kitchen or enjoying dinner and having that wonderful view of Land's End, reminding you why. This is your why right there, right? Why did we do this, honey? That's why. That terrace obviously will cover both the living room, dining room area, and off the kitchen, in addition to your master bedroom, without a doubt. And I believe your second bedroom also has that. Here's your master bath, master bedroom. You can see from here. We're right off the dining room, living room area. Again, right from your bed. You got a little wet bar outside. So if you want to have a good time, entertain, do a little cooking, great maintenance. Again, the Villa del Palmar, the Villa Group is the name of the corporation, the company. They have resorts in Puerto Vallarta, Nuevo Vallarta, Cancun, Cabo San Lucas, and in Loreto, where they have a TPC golf course as well. Now, I don't believe that you have any other benefits with the Via Group. Maybe, maybe not. I don't believe so. But nonetheless, what I'm getting at is that they are the ones that built this and they help maintain this. So that's part of your administration right there. They do an excellent, excellent job in the maintenance. All right, let's take a look at the description here. Villa Stantia 2304 is an exceptional property giving you direct ocean views from each bedroom, kitchen, dining, and living room areas located in phase 2. 2304 truly gives a sense of privacy, comfort, pride of ownership, along with a feeling of being truly at your home by the sea. Enjoy morning sunrises and sunsets while watching whales breach from your picture perfect views. 2304 is among the few properties at Villa Estancia offering full interior ocean views. I got to admit that may be 100% true, because when you're on the other side buildings there, it can be a little obstructed with the other building across the way. So yeah, what can I tell you? That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Direct supply. HOA fees, 2,710 US. That is paid per month. And as I mentioned earlier, it likely includes your water, your electricity as well, if I'm not mistaken. Elevator, fence, fire pit, fountain, garden, gym, pickleball court, pool heaters, security guard, spa, swim bar, tennis court. I mean, you really have it all. It is resort style living, ocean front in Cabo San Lucas, Main Beach, for under $1 million. What more could you ask for? All right, let's take a look at the next one. So now we find ourselves up north again, this time on the Sea of Cortez in Loreto. And if we take a look at the map real quick, we look at the hybrid function. I believe, yep, we're in the Nopolo area. And as you've heard me share with you before in previous episodes, Nopolo was designed by the National Tourist Fund, Fonatur, which was designed by the federal government to foster and foment tourist destinations. That being Loreto, that was the first tourist destination by Fonatur in the state of Baja California Sur. So you do find that you have what are called developed hotel lots that are still yet, many of them, to be developed. So you may have more hotels here in the future. You have these residential communities like Founders, Aquaviva, as well as this one here on the north end. You do have a golf course and a marina located right here, all within the Nopolo area. And Nopolo itself is found only about 20 minutes south of the Loreto International Airport and main downtown historical Loreto, where you'll find the first mission here on the Baja Peninsula. So it's quite an interesting destination. Loreto is located on a national park, which is a water reserve with 5 major islands, including Isla del Carmen, as you can see right there, Coronado Island, which is right here, which happens to have some of the most beautiful beaches that you can go and enjoy for the day right there. I mean, just ridiculously amazing. The fishing, the diving is incredible in this area of Baja Sur. And, you can enjoy lots of activities throughout the entire year, from off-road races, fishing tournaments, clam festivals, etc., etc., etc. It just doesn't stop. For such a small town, they surely have a very active social life. What can I tell you? So this has that, Spanish colonial hacienda feel, but on a miniature scale. 3 bedrooms, 5 baths, 2,700 square feet. I mean, you're not sitting on this large parcel of land, but they've done an excellent job to give you that sense of Spanish colonialism, style, and architecture. Solid. It looks like this is either alder wood or peroda. It could be more than likely alder. Oh, they could be Perota, but beautiful work right there in the kitchen, indoor outdoor living with the pool area. Those wood beams give you that sense of Spanish, colonial style. Look at these wonderful tiles right here in the bath, in the shower area. That's pretty. That's interesting. I like that. But my opinion isn't the one that matters the most. It's your opinion. What do you guys like about this one? Give us your comments down below. So you're not going to have like these amazing ocean views. I mean, as you can see from here, this is probably the first image that we've seen with a view of the water. But your location, again, you're in this wonderful gated community, golf course, oceanfront, seafront community. The sea here is so tranquil the majority of the time. It's perfect for kayaking. So if you like to kayak fish kayak, fish off your kayak, this is amazing. Stand up paddle is amazing right here. Play around a golf. All of that inside of your community. I mean, wow, right? So I can fish, I can stand up, I can go kayaking, I can play golf all in the same day without having to get in a car. Pretty much. You will enjoy getting around here in a golf cart and a bicycle. Nowadays with those electric bikes, that's great. As you can see, these little pathways. They're all pedestrian pathways. Yeah, this is how you get down. There's your kayaks. You got this pathway right here. Isn't that cute? Yep, I'm a 52-year-old man saying, "Isn't that cute?" All right, let's take a look at what these descriptions say. Presenting FN032 is a stunning custom home with 3 en-suites, 2 half baths, private pool, sweeping Sea of Cortez views, located just steps from the pristine Loreto Bay beach. On the ground level of this luxurious residence are 2 spacious en-suites, a walk-in laundry room, powder room for guests, and golf cart garage. As I said, you get around on that golf cart or on e-bikes nowadays, right? The gourmet kitchen is open to the beautifully appointed dining and living area. The ground level rooms center around a charming interior courtyard with a private pool. The backdrop of the pool is a wall of natural stone, adding to the warm ambiance of the property. An elegant cantera and wrought iron staircase leads from the foyer to the second level terrace, where you are greeted by sweeping Sea of Cortez and island views, a built-in lounge area, barbecue, cook center, and wooden shade pergola and powder room make this the perfect place to relax and entertain. What can I tell you? If this is, I really would urge you to take a look at this if you are interested in owning in the Loreto area. It doesn't really get much better than this. It has all the amenities that I mentioned already. Let's see if they give us a sense of the HOA here. 346 for the HOA. This tax amount, by the way, this is in US dollars, the 346, but the tax amount is in pesos. So again, as you've heard me share with you before, it will be reassessed at time of transfer of ownership. And at a price point like this, you're likely to pay closer to $2,000 a year after it's reassessed. Again, I'm being very conservative, and I'd rather prepare you for more and then have you be delighted that, hey, it's less than what Sid said. All right, so now we come about 4 hours south of Loreto. We're still on the Sea of Cortez, and we find ourselves in the city, the now capital city of the state of Baja California Sur, La Paz. Let's use this hybrid function. Okay, so this is the north end of town that we find ourselves at right here. This is the famous Malecon or boardwalk that basically outlines the entire frontage of the city, and it goes on even for a couple more kilometers or miles, depending on how you want to measure it. And that is a great place to jog, hike, ride your bike, skateboard, roller skate. What can I tell you? Just go for a walk. This area here on the north are elevated properties right here because you're like on these little hills, these rolling hills. So let's take a look at what this is offering for 985,000. Here are your sunset views. Now, what you're looking at immediately right here, this spit of land, this is El Mogote, which is like another little isthmus, or peninsula, if you would, that kind of spits off the north end, the heading north on the off of Highway 1, where you'll find a golf course as well. Yet this condo does offer some amazing, gorgeous views. They put in these extra large tiles on the flooring, which give it a different feel. They've done an excellent job. They may have even remodeled this condo. It looks like it's a top floor penthouse. Right? Swanky. This is all Perota wood. Looks like this is a children's room. Again, you can see the entire waterfront, Sea of Cortez frontage right here of La Paz at night. It's like New York. You can see right out here, even the lights at night from Paraíso del Mar, which is the gated community located on this little parcel of spit of land right here. And you can see speckled throughout all of these sailboats. It is a gorgeous view, whether it's sunrise or sunset. Ooh, nice little massage chair there. Now that's a big TV. Someone collects mugs. Lots and lots of mugs. These are your common area amenities. Again, this is 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 1,800 plus square feet for 985,000 USD. Outdoor covered parking, security. Torre Cantera is what this is called. You can see right here as you enter, there's a grade, there's an incline. So you're going up, up, up with gorgeous views. And that's all she wrote for these photos. Let's take a look at what the description tells us. Step into the top level of Baja living with this 3-bedroom master penthouse at Torres Cantera, one of the most popular residential communities in La Paz. Perched above the city, this residence offers unobstructed views of the Sea of Cortez and city, visible from nearly every room and especially from the expansive private terrace. Natural light, fresh breezes, peaceful surroundings make everyday living feel effortless. Located just 1 minute from the Malecon and 5 minutes from downtown, you're close to everything: shops, dining, marinas, beaches, while enjoying the privacy and security of a gated residential community with pool, gym, and cinema. This penthouse is more than just square meters and a view. It's a rare opportunity to live above it all in one of the best locations in La Paz. Bonus space, the sale also includes a 22-meter service room casita located beside the covered parking area. It's a self-contained studio, perfect for staff, storage, or overflow guests. The property is offered furnished with the exception of personal items and select artwork. It's great that they mention that. Most, I would have to say, not all, but most resales, 80 to 90% of them will all be furnished, if not partly furnished, if not fully furnished, really. So for $985, it's basically move-in ready, show up, enjoy. Let's see if they tell us what the HOA is on this one. $400 per month HOA fee on this puppy. That's not bad for everything that you get. And considering you are in a large 1,864 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 1 half bath condo. All right, let's go on to the next one. So Maravilla Country. So still in the La Paz area, if we were to continue going north along that Malecon, ideally in a car in this example, and you head out towards these wonderful, beautiful, amazing beaches from, as you can see right here, you would end up at Tecolote Beach, for example. This is a great beach. It just goes on. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You can walk out here for what seems like a kilometer. over half a mile, and you're still about waist deep. Great restaurants right here. This right here, Playa Balandra, is a well protected bay. As you can see, it's just amazingly sexy and gorgeous with this estuary. It's just beautiful. And you do have these other beaches as well that are protected. Playa Pichilingue is a beach you can access as well with your vehicle. And now, as you head north on Highway 11 and you just go past Tecolote, you will enter this section called Maravilla. With elevations here, most of these lots, most of these homes have these gorgeous views of the Sea of Cortez facing Isla Espiritu Santo. Now, you can have tours at Isla Espiritu Santo. This is great for diving, great for snorkeling, great for fishing as well. Enjoy the sea lion colony. Watch a plethora of species of whales. Look at that view. Let's take it all in, right? There you go. And this is like a 2-in-1 property. We've seen this one before, guys. In one of our previous episodes, I think it was during our hot sheet episode. This may be a new property on the market, if I'm not mistaken, or at least recently placed on the market. But you can see right here, there is an incline to this little sloping hillside, as you can see with this right here beside us, and that gorgeous view. Now, you can use this, as I said, as a 2-for-1. You see this little dividing line here with this cactus garden. This can be one property, and this can be rented out separately, giving you privacy, or use it as a whole. I love that contrast of the dark countertops with the white. What do you guys feel about that? Got a big clock on the wall. You have a little desk space right over here. Just gorgeous views. Here's that side construction that I was sharing with you. You could use this as a second and a third, if you would, property. So you could be living in the main home, rent out this one, and they could make use of this water amenity here, which is like a dipping pool. And this one up here has its own hot tub spa on the rooftop. So again, it's really like a 3-in-1, truly. See, it has its own little kitchenette, like a studio hotel type experience. Look at those bedroom views. This is it right here. Paved streets, nice gated community, solar paneling that'll help you reduce on your bills. It likely is a completely self-contained property. I think even this over here is for the heating of water. This is Balandra that we were talking about earlier. And again, it is a 10-minute drive to Balandra or to Tecolote Beach. Gorgeous beaches. And again, you can launch your boat directly off of Tecolote, obviously depending on the size of it, right? I mean, I'm talking small skiffs, rubber boats, sided boats. You can go kayak fishing directly off of Tecolote Beach. So, I mean, it's quite an experience. What do you want to do? Let's take a look at what the description has to say. Just a 10-minute drive from Balandra Beach, world's most breathtaking natural treasure, nestled in the exclusive Maravilla Country Club estates, this exceptional property offers a lifetime of uninterrupted views over the protected lands of the Sea of Cortez and Espiritu Santo Island. This turnkey estate is already a proven, established vacation rental, making it a perfect investment for generating income while providing an elegant personal retreat. The main residence's open concept design invites you to relax by an infinity pool with an attached fire pit surrounded by stunning ocean vistas. 2 independent studio units, ideal for vacation guests, share a private plunge pool and offer a secluded space for relaxation, while a rooftop jacuzzi crowns the property with panoramic view. The lot size here, and they're making a very good use of almost the entire lot size, is slightly over 800 square meters, which is a good sized lot. I mean, almost a quarter of an acre. And look at that HOA, guys. I mean, $160, right? You do get 24-hour live security and maintenance of the roads. I'm sure there's some lighting along those roads in the evening. All right, let's move on to the next one. And thank you again for joining me. We're about, 2/3 of the way into this episode. We've got a few left to go. I'll try to get through these as quickly as possible for your viewing pleasure. Now we find ourselves in San Jose del Cabo, and this is, I believe, in the Fonatur area of San Jose del Cabo. As you've heard me mention in this episode, Fonatur is the National Tourist Fund. Doesn't exist anymore. It was done away with I believe, the last president. Having said that, it was an organization designed to foster and foment tourist destinations within Mexico. And this was the second tourist destination in the state of Baja California Sur. This 9-hole golf course is now privately owned by the Vidanta Group, located right here, the Grand Mayan. But you will find that located surrounding the exterior of the golf course are lots of plazas with great restaurants, nice bars. And over here in this little triangle, you'll find a great shopping center with a full-on supermarket, more restaurants of all sorts, including a great park, swim with the dolphins, and right across the highway, Chedraui Select, which is another phenomenal supermarket. Making use of all of the restaurants that you have on these hotels, resorts, is easy to do, particularly when they are not all inclusive, mandatory. You can enjoy using those. And of course, easy access to the beach as well, right? This property is located here. Now, you're not per se going to have views of the ocean. You'll have more of a mountain view. This is slightly elevated from the Highway 1. So you do have an elevation. And as you can see with this blurry image, it occupies this entire lot. Let's take a better look at the images over here. So again, they've taken a great care to make use of the natural elevation of the lot itself. This sits towards the back of the lot. And if you and I were walking right here, we're looking at Palmilla Point right there. So you do have, from the pool area, Sea of Cortez, Pacific Ocean / views looking west towards Palmilla Point. And at night, of course, you do get to see a good part of the entrance to San Jose, the San Jose Country Club, Club Campestre San Jose, so to speak. So that is not a bad view whatsoever. It looks like natural grass is something that you get to enjoy on this community. Now, the 5 wells that supply water to the Los Cabos, San Jose del Cabo tourist corridor and the Cabo San Lucas area are all found here in San Jose del Cabo, just off of the international airport. So getting daily municipal water supplied to you is not an issue here. So take advantage of it and enjoy your beautiful gardens. If you want to know more about the water situation here in Baja Sur, particularly in Cabo San Lucas and other areas that are under development and still growing, please reach out to me and I will give you the truth about what is happening there. With its distribution challenges, private wells that are throughout the entire area, water trucks that are supplying water on demand. So if you're not receiving water from the municipality, you can always call a water truck, or pipa as they are called here, and have water delivered to you on demand. These are very spacious bedrooms. Again, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,800 plus square feet, $995,000. And look at that. What are we looking at right here? That horizon line, is that a water view? Man, I wish they'd have done a better view with that picture right there. I believe you are getting a water view off of this right here. So again, when we were looking at the photograph, almost the initial photograph, and we were looking west towards Palmilla Point, then you would get some ocean water views from this right here. And of course, if we go up to the rooftop terrace located right there. So yeah, let your guests enjoy. Look at that from here, the second floor. And there's your views from the rooftop terrace. And that is a good, ample rooftop terrace, guys. Yeah, not too shabby. All right. That's all she wrote on those photos. Let's take a look at the description. Stunning home with expansive pool and Sea of Cortez views. Best Buy in Fonator. Discover a rare gem in the prestigious Rinconadas Finisterra subdivision, where breathtaking panoramic views of Palmilla Bay meet the ultimate outdoor oasis. This exceptional two-level home is a dream for those who love to entertain or simply unwind in luxury, all with no HOA fees. That's a plus. Ideally located in a quiet, family friendly neighborhood. Yes, 100%. Very close to shopping, very close to hospitals as well. Very close, nice and quiet. This property provides the perfect balance of privacy and convenience, just minutes from beaches, shopping, dining, entertainment. Poolside paradise that is set on a sprawling 9,000 square foot lot. This home features a spectacular oversized swimming pool, perfect for lounging, entertaining, or taking the stunning sunsets. Surrounded by lush gardens and expansive terraces, the outdoor space offers a private retreat that seamlessly blends relaxation with scenic beauty. What can I tell you? That is not bad at all. Again, no HOA here and almost a quarter acre lot. All right, let's move on to the next one. So now we find ourselves in the El Tule area, as it states right here. El Tule is about the midway, halfway point in between San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas. Again, if you're a surfer, one of the beautiful things that you may or already know, and if you don't, let me share, there are three great surf breaks in the Los Cabos area. One of them is about right here called Old Man's. Right here off of Costa Azul as well. That's another name for it. You also find the Surf Hotel right here as well. So this little surf break is a great break for you those that are experienced, you'll enjoy it. Those that want to learn to surf, great place to do it. El Tule offers another surf break right here, right in between the two towns of San Jose and Cabo San Lucas, although a little bit more experience may be required for this particular break. And then ultimately, right over here, you also have Monuments Beach with its little rocky rock jetties, juts, whatever, jutting out of the water. You might want to have a little more experience, know how to carve those waves, man, because you don't want to get into any issues. So if you were to ask me, they go from easy to mid to more difficult as you go. And all of these are within 15 minutes of each other, approximately, maybe less, depending on how you drive. The El Tule, Lomas del Tule area right here is like the first residential area in this halfway point that's been developed over time. It is a gated community, and you'll find it has gated communities within gated communities, and one of them is Velamar. So that's right. That's what we're looking at right here. So let's take a look at this. Now, this is a condominium. I believe this is in the first building. Yes. So look at these amazing views from the ground floor common area pool, which is exclusively used by this one building. Every building has its own pool area. Velamar, built and designed by the Vela Group, they are the operators, builders, and owners of the Grand Vela Resorts. The Grand Vela, you can actually see it right here on the horizon. They boast having the most expensive taco in the world with gold leaf and other ridiculously awesome ingredients. Look at these views. 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,500 plus square feet. This is a penthouse rooftop. Look at that, gorgeous. This is a beautiful extension to your living space up on the rooftop. You can watch the whales from up here. I mean, look at this. Your hot tub. You have a bar area up here you can hang out at. Your lounges, your dining table, outdoor kitchen. There's a bathroom up here as well. What more could you want? Beautiful, right? That's Cabo, baby. And views and views and views. Beautiful, beautiful, and great little amenity here. You do get one outdoor covered parking spot and a garage for one car. So if you did want to Airbnb it, you can keep your car and your stuff in the garage area and still have one parking spot for your rental guests. And this will rent out without a doubt. All right, that's all she wrote for photographs. Let's take a look at what the description tells us. This exquisite 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom penthouse condo sets itself apart from the rest. Located in the first building, the Velamar development in Rancho Los Tules, this location is perfectly nestled in the middle of the corridor, close to San Jose Dining and Los Cabos beaches. This unit is delivered fully furnished, complete with all the upgrades, artwork included by various Mexican artists, built-in dry bar, completely finished rooftop with terrace, with finished kitchen and outdoor dining table, perfect for entertaining. Lounge area with a fire pit and jacuzzi to enjoy the sunsets at night. Get lost in these spectacular views and watch the whales breach. A perfect piece of paradise to call home. Membership to the Grand Velas Resort included, giving access to pools, gym, and spa, and various restaurants. Now, that is a great little plus, guys. Enjoy it while you have it. The membership was originally a 10-year membership. I don't know if they'll renew them or not. It was like a little extra added bonus that one could purchase for about $35,000 when the developer was selling the condominiums. So, I mean, depending on how many years are left, it's about a $3,500 per year value. But because they don't offer them anymore, they're rare. They're extremely rare. And not every condo owner chose to buy them. One of the benefits of having the Grand Velas Resort membership included is you can call up the Grand Velas. They will send a car to pick you up. Remember, they're at the bottom of the hill across the highway. So they will send a car to pick you up, take you right down to the Grand Velas. The Grand Velas is exclusively all inclusive, and you get discounts on all the spa treatments. You can use the pools, you can use the gym, you can enjoy the restaurants, and they have amazing food. I have clients that have purchased inside this community, and they decided to purchase the membership back then. They bought directly with the developer through me, and they are very discerning foodies. They really are very discerning, and they cannot stop speaking praises about the restaurants and the service that you get at the Grand Velas Resort right below. So it's as if you had your own private beach club included at a very high-end luxury 5+ star hotel. It is amazing. I strongly recommend. If this is something that interests you, let me know. Run, don't walk. This is going to be amazing. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So this is the cliffs at Cerritos. All right, so this is the cliffs at Cerritos right here. Now, this is a new development that is ongoing, underway in construction. And just to give you a sense of where it's located, so for those of you, this is another that are surfers. This is another great surfing beach right here, Cerritos. This is the main beach right here. And there's a little hillside right here called Gavilan. All right. And on south of it, this is where you find Cerritos main area. And north of it, you have Pescadero. So the beautiful thing about this particular location is that you have the growing youngness and that energy, that vibe of this hippie chic um, surfing feel vibe that Cerritos offers you. While just on the other side of the hillside here in Pescadero, you have this more upscale farm to table restaurant, enjoyment experience while still feeling exclusive, all at the same time. And you do have a couple surf breaks here. San Pedrito Beach is a great place to surf. I've heard some folks surf right here off of this one, and Cerritos Beach as well. So you do have some surf breaks right here to enjoy, all within a 5 to 10 minute drive, basically. How, I guess, depends on how fast you drive. And this particular development is located right here, very close. One could argue walking distance down to the main Cerritos break, and beach clubs that are all located right here along this beach. Let's take a look at the details and these wonderful images here. So we're looking south in this shallow bay. You can really see right here that it's a soft sandy bottom, and these swells, how these waves come in, and that's why you got this really great. It's a phenomenal place to learn to surf, and if you're an experienced surfer, it's a great place to hang out with the family and enjoy. Easy to get to. They can have drinks, they can have food, you can have surf. You can have it all. The cliff at Cerritos is what this is called. So all of these are renders, and I have to point out that this render, although it doesn't really show it too well, is facing due south. So when you're hanging out at the pool right here, you can see that original picture that we were looking at right here. That's kind of the view you're going to be getting when you're hanging out on this common area level. And I believe this is about 4 or 5 levels, because the ground floor is parking. Then you have 2 levels, and then ultimately the common area level and one more level plus rooftop on top of that. So folks that get these particular condos that are on the top are going to have these views of the Pacific and the Cerritos Beach area that will likely never be obstructed. So in this example, we're looking at what potentially is a penthouse unit rooftop, because they talk about a rooftop space here. I think about 300 odd square feet. See, here's what I'm talking about. So they've shaded in the condo. So you're looking at this one right here with its own private rooftop area up here. And the direction that this is facing in, remember, this is a rendering, so don't let this fool you. You're looking due west. This little line that the pool makes is facing south. This is due south. So again, the pool goes along this parallel here and faces that direction. And those condos that we were looking at face out in this direction over here. I believe there were some more photographs when I saw this before. Here we go. So this gives you an example of the entrance. I believe that there's parking underneath here, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to confirm that. But there's definitely this outdoor parking. I think that's for guests. And again, you will have some condos that are here on these levels that are facing south and will give you these gorgeous views of Cerritos Beach. They repeated a lot of images here, but I'm trying to see if we have anything else. Nope, that's all she wrote. We're starting to really repeat here. So let's take a look at the description and see what more we discovered together. This beautiful 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom penthouse is located in Cerritos, just a 5-minute walk to the beach. With a private rooftop pool, barbecue area, and fire pit, it offers the perfect space for relaxation and entertaining. The property is in the best area, providing both convenience and a tranquil environment. Inside, the spacious layout is filled with natural light. With an excellent rental program in place, this penthouse also presents a great investment opportunity. Whether you're looking for a vacation home or a permanent residence, this property has everything you need. 3 bedrooms, 4 bath, 2,900 plus square feet. Let's see if they give us a sense of what the HOA fees will be. They don't. So this is good for you guys to know, and it's a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. This specific area, Cerritos Beach, does not have a municipal water grid system yet to distribute the water in that area. You have electricity that is provided by the CFE, the Federal Commission of Electricity, so you'll have that, but water is trucked in by pipas, those water trucks from local wells. Okay, so again, you're not going to have an issue. Um, you just your HOA administration will be on top of that for you, and cover that. Make sure that the water's always there, because you can just call a truck and have it delivered. All right, let's go on to the next one. Guys, thank you for hanging in there with me. We've reached the 1 hour mark. I hope to finish these three as quickly as possible. Let's finish this up. So this one is located in Todos Santos. Yeah, okay. So now we're about maybe another 10 to 15 minutes north of the Cerritos Beach area in Todos Santos. This is a magic town. It has a lot of historical significance for the country here in Mexico. This was originally a big producer of sugarcane, and there used to be its own little port right here in an area called Punta Lobos. As you can see, this very little, well protected little cape right there. But they used to export a tremendous amount of sugarcane here. That said, you're on the north side of Todos Santos, just past the Oasis section, is what I call it, right here. Very easy to get around here. Great little restaurants all over the place. And let's take a look at what this property has to share with us. Casa Martin. So clearly we're looking at 2 stories. I don't believe it has a rooftop deck. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. You can take the spiral stairwell up to this overlook point right up here. My wife is from Argentina, and I believe this house is something that would remind her of back home in Argentina, because this is an outdoor terrace, outdoor kitchen, barbecue area, where you're going to be always hanging out with family. All of these wood accents. I mean, the grill. What can I tell you? That is gorgeous. Open floor plan living. These nice wooden beams here give it that rustic hacienda Spanish colonial feel. If you guys can hear my dog, comment, I can hear your dog snoring. His name's Nico. He's lived a very good life with me. I think he's about 15 years old now, going on 15. Unfortunately, he's blind now, and he's a good dog. We just recently discovered he has diabetes, which sucks. But yeah, what can you do? God bless him. And there's your views off the second floor. You're not too far from the Pacific, so it's easy to get to the beach. This is on that second floor rooftop terrace. Is that a casita? Yeah, so this is a second home that comes with the property, a guest home, so to speak. Do you like these lime green colored walls? So again, here you go. It's almost as if you had access. Well, you do. You have access from 2 sides, 2 roads, one road over here, another road over here. You do have the guest casita over here, and this is the main house, and it faces towards the water. I mean, that's a good sized property. All right, that's all she wrote on the photos. Let's take a look at what this 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1 half bath, 3,800 plus square foot house. Okay, they gave us a long description here. All right, Santa Barbara style meets location, location, location. This modern colonial style home features protected ocean views from all floors, combined with artisan craftsmanship. Located within walking distance of the beach, the area's best grocery store, and the burgeoning gourmet ghetto area of Otro Lado. This property, Otro Lado, means like the other side, and that's like the other side of the Oasis area that I mentioned, the other side of Todos Santos, which is the north side of Todos Santos. This property with 3,600 square feet of home offers a harmonious blend of timeless character while integrating modern updates. All rooms are large in the two-bedroom primary house with an open kitchen, living, and dining area that is perfect for entertaining large groups of friends or family. Next to the main house is a separate second-story casita with a 160-degree ocean view. The living area sits on top of a large two-car garage and laundry room. Separating the main house and casita is an open area that can be used for gardening, bocce ball, or to construct a swimming pool or a two-bedroom casita if rental income is of interest. The property is completely walled in, with which provides serenity, security, and privacy. Enter through one of the two private gates, where lush, mature landscape paths and garden areas lead you to the first of many shaded patios. In the main house, traditional saltillo tile floors, handcrafted barro roof tiles, and elaborate oak entry doors greet you. What can I tell you? It's got a little attention to details, guys. This is truly a passion, a, a passion work. What's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, guys. It was a labor of passion. Whoever built this original house, their custom built home, there was a lot of love put into this one. It feels like it, right? All right. Obviously, there's no HOA, and you're looking at over a quarter of an acre lot, which is over 1,000 square meters, which is phenomenal. Great size lot with plenty of room to extend, as they said. All right, let's move on to the next one. Todos Santos Beach Road. So this is even closer to the water than the last one that we saw. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so what you're looking at is a second row lot. As you can see, this is a cul-de-sac. This is a not through street, so you're not going to have any real through traffic at all, other than the folks I think that live right here in these properties. So very little traffic. 1, 2 driveways is what I'm looking at, maybe 3 at most right here, plus yours. You do have some adjacent lots, which I suppose you can acquire or get ready for some neighbors at some point in the future. But being a second row lot, because the first row are these dunes right here. Now, can somebody technically build on the dunes? This is very polemic, controversial topic, because although it is land that can be sold today in Todos Santos, there's a strong sense of conservation for these very delicate ecosystems that make up the dunes. And I believe you'd be very hard pressed to build anything on there without having either the federal environmental agency come down on you, not give you the permits, not allow you to do stuff, or you would have to build on the low end, the non-living dune part of the dune. Sorry for the redundancy, where you'd likely not have any views, because you wouldn't be able to build any taller than 2 stories in that area. So you're likely to keep the views on this particular property from ever being really lost to anything being built in that first row. You can see this is your main entrance driveway right here, covered parking. There is plenty of room to develop maybe another little casita, pool area. They did their best to try to take advantage of the existing elevation, the natural terrain here of this lot, and put the property as close as possible to the dunes area in order to guarantee and maximize their views. Terracotta floors, red brick accents, natural granite, stone granite. I love that, how they did the roof there with wood. But again, my opinion isn't the one that matters. It's yours, right? What do you guys feel about these properties? Look at that. So you're facing south right here. This is towards Punta Lobos, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's all she wrote. This is the casita. Beautiful views. Look at that. See, there's a little estuary right over here. All right. Let's take a look at what the description tells us. This charming two-bedroom, 2.5 bath home sits on an open field, second row from the beach, with the dunes considered front row on 1/2 acre. The home has plenty of land to build out, or the house can be occupied as is. The home is walled and gated roadside, dead end road, well, cul-de-sac. At the entrance is a garden, utility bodega shed. The property is sparsely landscaped with beautiful vegetation, a landscaper's dream. There is a carport leading to a large laundry and storage bodega shed. A nicely sized patio separates the guest suite, complete with kitchenette and ensuite bath, three-piece bath, along with an expansive patio to listen to the surf, birds, and rustling of leaves. Across from the self-contained guest suite is the main residence, which houses the living, dining, kitchen, and half bath. There's a covered large terrace off the living room, perfect for dining, lounging, or as an extension of the indoor living area. There's an exterior staircase adjacent to the living room entrance that leads to the second story primary suite, which affords views all the way to Punta Lobos, which is what I mentioned. A vaulted beamed ceiling, two patios, windows afford great cross ventilation. The bedroom is expansive enough to accommodate an office area as well as living area. The large primary bath has a dual basin vanity and large walk-in shower. This is a gem of a house that doesn't exist elsewhere in Todos Santos. Again, no HOA. You're in the La Cachorra subdivision area north of Todos Santos, and the lot size is almost 1/2 acre, just about 2,000 square meters. That's a really nice size lot. All right, and let's finish up with our last and final property. Thank you guys for hanging in there. We did go slightly over the hour, and this is a nice little find right here. Located still on the Sea of Cortez, this is found in a very nice, very well self-contained, private gated community in between La Ribera and Cabo Pulmo, known as Lighthouse Point Estates. What's really interesting here is you have water and electricity at your lot. That is phenomenal. Beautiful beaches, easy to swim in. You can stand up paddle, you can snorkel, you can go kayak fishing. As you can see right here, this is the location of the home. It's a double-sized lot from what I could see. As you can tell with these other properties, this is about twice the size. This is the main entrance into the gated community, and this very first roundabout will take you directly to the beach. I don't believe you'll have a problem putting in a small fishing boat directly into the water right here if you wanted to. So that is a huge, huge benefit. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous beach, guys. I hope they show us some really nice pictures. Let's take a look at this. Again, located in between La Ribera and Cabo Pulmo. Cabo Pulmo is a protected area. Again, like Loreto, it's a marine park, a national reserve, if you would, and it's you're going to find right there a coral reef. So it's great for diving, great for snorkeling. All of those activities primarily is what you're going to enjoy in Cabo Pulmo. On this north of this of Cabo Pulmo, here's where you'll find fishing because the other area is very well protected. And La Ribera, which is only about 20 odd minutes north of here, is where you can have gasoline. There's small little supermarkets, small, but you'll also find the second Four Seasons hotel here with growing marina. So this area is very up and coming. This is the road that will lead you to Cabo Pulmo right over here. And I don't know if you could tell, let me go back to this image, but there's a little hill right here, and this section right here has some elevation. So this sits on an elevated lot. Let's see if they show us some better photographs of that. Well, this shows you right here from street level. The house is at least almost one story above street level. So this is like a second floor view already. You can even compare it to your neighbor. Single level living. That is a very nice find. You do have a garage. I'm sure you can put your fishing boat there, expand, make it larger. add more. You can make use of the rooftop deck if you want to do some entertaining. There is no pool here, but you have plenty of room to add that on. And actually, it does have two garages. So you do have a two-car garage right there, and then another one for your boat. That is nice. Look at those views right from the kitchen. Three bedrooms, three baths, 4,100 plus, almost 4,200 square feet. And Nico is snoring away. Outdoor kitchen. So this leads up to this section here, but I believe you can make use of the rest. I don't see why not. Yeah, see? They just chose not to tile the rest. They only made use of this section. This is already plumbed for an outdoor kitchen up here. Or maybe a hot tub. What would you do? You can see this over here. They've already prepared this potentially for like a little palapa shaded area. This is the second garage. And it looks like it's also two-car or 1.5. See this beach? That's what I love about these beaches here. You know, you're not going to find it. Look at that. Now, this was done as part of this home here, but you're not going to find any rocks along this beach. This is a sandy beach. Look at how gorgeous that is. Look at the water. Oh, that's what I love about the Sea of Cortez. And my wife, you know, she's not the best swimmer yet, but she enjoys getting in the water. So this is, it's heaven. All right, let's take a look at what the description has to tell us. Welcome to Casa del Cielo, you know, house of the sky. This gorgeous custom-built ocean view home perched on the highest two lots, located in beautiful Lighthouse Point Estates, a gated and guarded 24/7 community, giving you peace of mind. This home is a high-quality build with an open concept Mediterranean feel, just perfect for enjoying outdoor living and entertaining. Is just steps to a gorgeous beach that features world-class shore fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, and is a great swimming beach. Inside, you will find expertly designed gourmet open kitchen with stainless appliances, dining and living area, big bedrooms, lovely bathrooms, a steam room in the main bathroom, beautiful tile work, and granite with beautiful custom wood built-ins throughout this amazing home with tons of garage space and a boat garage. What did I tell you guys? Man, if you got an extra million just laying around, this could be it. And you know what's really nice is that this is only about an hour or so away from the San Jose International Airport, and they are going to be expanding, upgrading that road that leads from the airport to the La Ribera area. So do it now before that happens, because this will definitely go up in value. Your HOA fee is $600 for the year. Is that real? Let's confirm that. But man, $600 for the year. That is amazing. The tax amount here, this is again in pesos, which is about $1,000, a little over for this property. It likely will be reassessed at time of transfer of ownership. I would say $2,000 is what you should prepare on the high end for the property taxes on this property. Again, I'd rather prepare you for more, have you be delighted that it's less. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for spending some time with me today as we go through our 10th episode of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? And today we explored the $900 to $1 million, that $100,000 range. This is what we found today, guys. Let me know what your thoughts were. Did you like any of these? What would you do? You know, I'd love to share more with you, but I don't know if you're following, so make sure to subscribe, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me. And, well, make sure to hit the notification button so you don't miss out on the next one. Join us also on our lives. We're doing the Hot Sheet live, okay, brought to you by Reload to Baja with Costaro Real Estate. We do that normally between 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. And I say that because it's going to vary slightly after daylight savings is over, after we fall back, right? So with that said, guys, my name is Sid Chacon. I am your real estate Sherpa here in the Baja Sur, and thank you for joining me, and see you soon.